Now, here's Mike Andreula.
What's going down, guys? I'm shining. If you don't like to shine, then don't watch me, because we got the haters out there. I talked about it before. Mona's positive energy. Mona you never try to like smush me. Like, you always are super supportive. One of the most supportive people ever for me. I'm trying to surround myself with exclusively Kristen's another one. Kristen would never do something like Machiavellian to you. She's just straight shooter, positive energy, and embraces it. So that's why, obviously, if you guys haven't seen the Kristen episode just on mind, meditation, we're going to definitely have Kristen back. But today, we want to talk about, first off, our story together. You're taking classes. You're originally from Germany.
Right.
You moved to the States in what year?
2008, so 5.5 years ago.
2008. You joined the gym.
About a year into it, I think.
Okay.
I was still living in Jersey City back then.
Perfect. And you took class, but we didn't really talk or anything like that. Boom, I sent an email out for one of these retreats we're doing. This is a little over a year ago. You say, let's do it.
Remember, I was living, the crazy part is I was living in Seattle at that time.
Living in Seattle.
I had moved, and the first thought was actually, I should let those guys know to remove me from their distribution list because I'm not there anymore. So deleted it and then got distracted by work, and something crazy happened as usual.
Boom,
in my
that's what
job,
we need.
and I was like, where was that email? I need that.
Perfect. That was perfect. So then, boom, we do reboot camps. We keep doing reboot camps. Fast forward, and you guys could see the videos where we're doing crazy stuff. You purchased an amazing boutique hotel in Tamarindo, which is, you're looking out, Dylan, and talking to one of the producers, you're looking out at this sunset. The Tamarindo slopes up, which is unusual for beach towns. A lot of times when I talk to people, they say, well, how am I going to find you? But it's literally a small beach town because the mountain goes up, right? So you have a nice condensed beach, and then if you have the perfect spot on the mountain, you get to see this amazing.
And you're still close and in walking distance to the beach.
Within walking distance of the best surf spot, which is
Pico.
Pico. I would say the river mount, though, for consistency. Like, almost every day you could be there, and it's breaking almost every single day. Perfect for people that are just getting into it to practice there. So the house, you grab your board, you walk
5 minutes.
5 minutes, you're surfing. Besides that, you're going to want to be able to retract yourself from some of these situations in the other parts of town. And I'm just saying, like, music on all night long. Mariachi band playing the same 5 songs continuously. The guy driving around the car with the speaker system saying, michaelandrula.com, come see. There's a lot of nonsense you don't need. So after you get through that, so we're just extremely happy, and we are going to be using the retreat center. I'm calling it the retreat center. Kristen's already doing retreats at the Zen monastery in New York City. Now she's going to be pulling them down there. Are you looking to have more? I discussed it. I talked it over to my a couple of my yoga teachers over there. What do you think about opening up to other people's retreats?
The hotel to other people. Yeah, of course. I mean, at the end of the day, what I need to figure out now is to get the place open. So target is to open in June. There's still a little bit renovation that we have to do. So luckily, just kind of cosmetic touch up. So the house itself is in real good shape. And then of course, I mean, I'm open to any sort of
June
deals.
1st, they can start booking. And just so we get this, and we'll do it later, but what's the website name?
I have just search on Facebook under Casa, and it should come up. I also have the domain casamonacita.com and CASA, Casa.
We'll put it along the bottom.
Monacita.
Oh, I'm looking there.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, I have the domain casamonacita.com, and right now there's just a mock-up with the logo. So we're working on that. It's all been just kind of
this is
super
like this.
fresh.
You know what I mean? It's like, are things lining up, and should I take advantage of it in life? And I feel like you do. And this does mean it's not going to be like scary and there's going to be ups and downs. You're just saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move forward, and that ultimately leads you to the most successful outcome in life. Because if you just don't take those opportunities, the regret is the worst. That's what I feel like, especially with all the reboot camps, just been a taste of that. But the regret of not doing it would be worse than just saying hell with it.
Yeah, absolutely. You just have to really do it, and that's one of the things I learned, I think, by moving around so much. And I have to say, the reboot camps and going back with you guys to Costa Rica has helped me to gain the confidence. And not a lot of people know my background, but you guys just met me here. I was kind of set. I had a career. I had the money to rent a nice apartment in Hoboken, and a lot of people think I was born that way, but it's actually the kind of other extreme, if you will. And so it's not that, because sometimes I feel when I say, well, you just have to do it and you got to jump on the opportunity, no matter what it is, people react to me like you say, the haters, like, oh, of course you have it all set and everything comes easy to you.
Yes.
And I know I'll make it look like it comes easy to me, and it feels like it comes easy to me, but there still goes a lot of energy into that. And
you could use the same amount of energy to hate or to love, which doesn't, or to build. You could just use that energy that you're using to hate on people, is going to, you could just use that to build yourself up. So just go ahead and focus in on what you can actually do and start doing stuff immediately. And of course, I'm saying this to myself because people are like, how can you say that? I say that to myself every day. So I don't think enough people are out there saying, how the hell am I going to put stuff together? Within a couple hours, we're probably going to have one of the most successful cooking shows in South America just because we're doing stuff. We're trying stuff out. And you'll see that teaser later, guys. So Mona, fortitude, pushing it, believing. How can we inspire the people that don't have, not the New Yorkers? I want to connect to everybody. I want to connect to the Germans. I want to connect. How do we connect to them and build them up, take them in as part of the team so we can make this a whole movement?
I think there's maybe two basic rules to start with. And number one is not to go after stuff or set goals just because it's expected by society, or you feel pressured because you want to be as good as somebody else. Just start. Don't never ever compare yourself to anybody else. Because there's always people that are doing worse, and there's always somebody that's making more, that's prettier, that's skinnier, that's more popular, whatever, you name it. So just figure really out, and was for me one of the most the toughest part, really, to figure out what is it that I want.
Yes, that is.
What makes me happy? Is it really, like all this cash in my bank account? I mean, no complaints, but is it making me happy?
Makes me happy. I'm literally.
I shouldn't say that anymore
cologne.
because everybody thinks now I'm rich that I have the hotel, but no.
Well,
actually, now I gotta cut coupons to
think about this,
to
guys.
eat.
Think about this. In Costa Rica, I write that.
Because
I pay
all
the
my
bill.
cash is at the
Are you
hotel.
on Groupon?
Yeah. It's like.
All of them. Groupon,
Shit to
Living
Stop and
Social, Red Bull. I can name them all.
Trust me, in Costa Rica, that happens. I'm paying the bills, which they don't understand that we're all putting the money together in a pool, but I'm paying every bill. So I'm handing people 20s. They're like, that guy is a millionaire and he dresses like an asshole, right? But they're seeing, they're like, boy, pays every bill. So now all of a sudden you just get hit all day long. But you got to learn to, and Adrian helped me more because it's just, he helped me on the psychology of what I need to say back, and you still have to negotiate in any different way. And we're not talking like we're billionaires. We're just saying,
Fuck out of here.
get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's it. Like, they're going to do that to me. They're going to look at me and tell me that the cop that I had a bribe, that I got to give him $25,000. Then he settled for 20. And then he hugged. We ended up hugging after. We had two German guys. I've told you this. And we had just met them. The airport was closed. And we were racing across the country before daylight was down, because at the time the roads were so bad. If there was no light on the road, it was like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where there was a truck flipped over. You just saw it like right there. It was pouring rain, and the cop pulled us over right before the daylight went down. And these two German guys, they had like really high-tech suits, like Under Armour. They look like, listen, guys, you don't understand how much money we're gonna get extorted from. You're wearing Under Armour. Are you crazy? The cop is yelling at me, and he shows me a chart about how many thousands of dollars I'm gonna have to pay. And then I got out of the car. It's like, listen, what do we need to do here? Okay, that's what you learn in New Jersey. Boom, $20. And that could have been parking ticket in Hoboken. Hugged it out.
$20 for a parking ticket. What tickets do you pay?
I know, honestly, well, I would love it. Love it to get $20 parking tickets all
Some
day.
sort of discount you get?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. What do you know?
Volume discount.
I know.
The days, I remember back in the day when parking tickets were only $20. Back here.
You kids don't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Back to the thing.
back to motivation.
Yeah, so that
Digression
was
is-
rule
yeah.
number one. What I think really figure out
Don't
what
compare
makes
yourself.
you
Find out what you're passionate about.
what makes you happy, and being better than somebody else shouldn't count.
Yeah. I mean,
And if that truly
I do
makes
that
you
to
happy, I don't
myself
wanna help you.
in a way that is positive, where I try to model and find role models. And like Tom Venuto will be coming on maybe next week, the week after. And he was one of my mentors in this on the internet business. What is he doing? He's selling millions of ebooks. He's coaching a smaller number of people, but he's affecting change. And he's one person that tells me what to do. So I look at him. So you want to find a mentor. Don't find somebody just to compare to, but find a mentor because it's going to help.
And as you said earlier, don't waste all that energy on negative thoughts. Doesn't matter if it's hating people or. But one of the things that I also see a lot of people doing, and I've been for the longest time one of those, that whenever something did not work out or I felt I had a disadvantage because of, I don't know, the part of society I was part of, or the way I looked like, or I did look like, or I don't know. A lot of people always blame others or other circumstances for them not succeeding. And of course, there's always stuff that can go wrong that can prevent you from getting reaching your goals. But at the end of the day, don't blame other people for stuff that you can't do. Because you've been given a certain skill set and you got or environment or something, tools that you've been given, and you can always make something out of that.
Yeah, I agree. Their back has to be up against the wall. A lot of people, I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
They're waiting around, and waiting around is just not gonna. It's not a good strategy.
Yeah. And I've been, as I said, best example, I've been not going to the gym because, oh my God, work is so stressful. They keep me so busy. The team doesn't do the work that, at least not the way I wanted to, because, I don't do just 100%. and those things, and that's really, I had to learn. And again, that's where Costa Rica helped me a lot to kind of get away from that and being able to let go. But at the same time, not giving up everything that's important to me and everything that I achieved so far. And I would have never believed myself, but then I told you that before. I'm a lot less stressed than before. I work a lot less hours, and I'm a lot more successful.
Yeah.
At work, personally, as you say, I'm always happy.
Yeah, you know who's super? This Dana from the language learning, we're probably gonna have. She does French, Italian, probably German, and Spanish language learning center in Hoboken. And I was talking to her the other day, and she literally remember that big testimonial or letter you wrote for Reboot Camp?
Yep.
She knew everyone, and she wasn't somebody from the gym. This is somebody you inspired that's just running a business and was inspired. We'll bring her in. Is there anything you can say directly to the German audience that we can clip, and then I can say, tell them that I'm as big as Mark Anthony or Mark Zuckerberg or something?
In German?
Yeah, so that the Germans will like me. They already buy my audio class that Dylan produced. Germany.
That might have been me.
No. That's the one thing I say.
Because I think I did it for my German ID.
Did you? You were the person.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to steal your thunder.
No, we legitimately, the Europeans buy the stuff in general. They buy the stuff even more than the Americans.
Really?
The Ukrainians, more video classes downloaded there, probably also ripped off, guys. I want my $39.99, by the way, after that Russian thing's done. And don't get offended by this. And Ricardo, this is just being shocking, bringing it out. And I'm telling the Russians, don't try to start the Soviet Union back up, because the shit didn't work. Yeah, you came up with kettlebells, okay? But Americans just think they're cool because you came up with them. You're Russia, you're fantastic. Don't let thugs run your country, or you're gonna end up like us. And leave Ukraine alone. That's my message over there. But and we got the Germans out there. Germans are going to be our forever allies with the, hopefully, I guess Poland's going to keep its independence as well, right? But those Russians, they start creeping around Germany. You don't need that. Anyway, can you tell the Germans why they should like me?
In German?
Yes, please.
Ja. Also Leute, hier ist mein guter Freund und Nachbar Michael Andreula von TKO Kickboxing. Ja, ich hoffe, ich kann irgendwann mal mit nach Deutschland bringen, dass ihr das alles live erlebt. Und warum sollt ihr ihn mögen? Well, you know, us Germans, we don't really like other people. That's the
No.
problem.
Well, how would I?
It's like I'm like, how would you like? How would you?
Who's the most famous German actor? Probably the guy.
Til Schweiger.
Who's that?
You don't know Til Schweiger? Come on, you guys know Til Schweiger. He's made a lot of American movies.
Porn?
No, not
It does. Sounds like my gay porn name. Tits
Til
Bagger.
Schweiger.
Tits.
Til.
You just need a mustache.
T-I-L. Til.
It could be the guy. Yeah.
No, not.
There's a
That's what
guy.
I said. Porn?
There's
No.
there's an amazing German actor. Very controversial though. He was in Inglourious Bastards. He was in Django Unchained. His name is.
It's Til Schweiger.
Is it? Is that him? Well, how would the Americans say it? I guess.
It's David Hasselhoff, I think.
No, yeah, David Hasselhoff. Get in my car.
Oh, just for the record, David Hasselhoff did not reunite Germany. I just want to make that clear once and for all.
I saw
I've
a
been
video.
fighting this for 5.5
Pretty sure.
years.
It said it in my
He
social
was
studies
there and had a
book.
really nice
Yeah.
blinking jacket, but he did not.
Did you ever go to college? I mean, that's the first thing we learned.
Yeah, Joseph F. Brand School doesn't lie to people like that. So I'm pretty sure Columbus found America, guys, so I don't want to hear anything about that. No, he didn't find it.
Nah, Vikings did. Just ring the bell.
Yeah. Cue my sponsors. Guys, even you out there have to perform. You have to look good. You're working out. You're doing CrossFit. You're doing kettlebells. You're doing kickboxing. You're doing naked yoga. You're going to want to look good for that. And it's not going to look good if you have all that crappy hair running down your back and dreadlocks and stuff. So I'm recommending a product that the celebrities would use. David Beckham, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, Tits Waggin. This is Bare for Men. And it's Bare for Men Extreme. It's 18 pads. It'll rip the hair off your back, and it'll get you ripped at the same time. That was sucked. That terrible.
That was
All
cool.
right, you gotta go.
That was cool. We're getting better with them.
That was bad.
No, we're getting better. Trust me.
They're not gonna pay us for that.
They will pay us for something. At least half a pack.
Goya's gonna see this shit. Yeah.
Do you want to recommend I go there
Yeah.
for my
I'm gonna
arms?
show the before and after.
Bear for me.
We'll just
Mona,
put
you
them
should
out
take
of
your
the
arms.
bed.
So leave us with a closing message, Mona, of prosperity. Wish for the 2014. What are we going to be doing? How are we going to be pushing the limits now? You're doing amazing things. The hotel, right? Just being a good person, helping Kristen out, really bringing her business to the next level. That event was amazing, by the way.
Thank you,
I
thank
cannot
you.
wait. I
This
gotta
was a
get.
lot of
I
fun.
gotta get another event. I would like to do a dance class. I would like to learn how to do, first off, hip hop dance. I would like to do classical dance. These things that I can learn.
Oh, absolutely. You have talent. I've seen your periods on the beach.
Okay, so we'll follow this up with a dance class,
Sure. Yeah, let's
right?
do it.
Okay, so we'll bring out some dance. I want to evolve, you know.
Yeah, that's a good message too. Like never stop. Never stop.
You have to keep learning. That as children, we're taught to keep learning, but then when you start getting that squeezed out of you, then you're on the other end. You're dying. So there's only one choice but to learn and
Yeah.
for learning
But
physical
also,
skills.
and it goes back, everything has to have a certain balance because I'm naturally
Right.
obviously very, very motivated, very driven. It's very hard for me to actually stop. So stopping for me is not natural. But again, don't stop. Never get into the situation where you're just like, oh, I'm lazy and I don't need to work out. I don't need to work and whatever. But also make sure that you really recognize everything that you're achieving. Even if you're not
Correct.
doing 100% on a day, give yourself some slack. That's important because I always say, and maybe that's a good closing statement, you're in this, it's like what you're in for is a marathon, not a sprint. So you got to manage energy.
Oh, yeah, great point.
And
I
that,
don't
you
think
know,
this
that
is
applies to your class, but that applies to
life.
your current job, to whatever project you're working on, and your life eventually. Because again, you know, I've got to the point where I was like, oops, all the energy is gone.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I couldn't
Strategic.
get out of bed anymore. And again, like that was just not much more than a year ago. And now, 1 year later, I'm sitting here, I'm back on the East Coast. I have a hotel. I'm happy. I lost 4 dress sizes.
What else you got? So stay at Casa Monacita.
Yes, please.
What do we do with the website, Facebook, and Twitter? Give them the quickest way, and we'll pop them at the bottom to find Casa Monacita, the book.
So, casamonacita.com, there's also automatically the link to the Facebook page, and then again under Facebook, casamonacita.com. There you can message me. I'll update all the details over the next couple of weeks with more, you know, pictures of the rooms and the rates and everything.
And a special, if they mention Michael Andreula live, they will receive their very own machete when they stay in the room.
That is cool.
So we're talking, and not no bullshit machete. We're talking about hand-stitched case for your belt buckle, a nice work machete.
I should have brought mine. I thought about
Us
it.
too. I want to walk down the street with a machete, but I can't.
Why not? I've done this.
It's not. It's not. As,
See, you just got to do it.
yeah, I think I'd get arrested, but I love putting that machete in my book bag. I put it in my book bag where the computer goes in Costa Rica. What are you gonna say? I'm gonna take my machete. I will hit you with it. Don't mess with me. Where's my pipa? I need it. Where's pipa frita?
What?
Fried pipas?
No,
Pipas?
frio.
For you.
Cold?
Yeah.
Frio. Pipas! I was gonna try to.
Frias.
Pipas frias! Pipas! Sorry,
peeking,
Dylan.
we're peeking.
All right.
Come on.
Guys, keep coming back. Michael Andreula live. Mona, Casa Monacita. I want to really thank Adrian. I want to thank Christy. I want to thank Dylan. They're fantastic. They're really at the next level, pushing this thing. Let's keep it going, guys. Share it, like it, build up this family. All right. Peace out.
Thank you.
Not make money like me. Don't be stupid.